take your love away. That's Avant. I don't know. We just coming on into this message. That's what's coming in. That's what's coming in. Ashe to the ancestors, those who came before me. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mother. I ask that the channel be cleared so that all messages will be clear and concise. All right. So I ain't even titled this video, y'all. I didn't even title my video. All right. So the ancestors is coming to help. Okay. This is what I wrote down. This is what I channeled before. Okay. So May 23rd and May 24th, there was a trick of the light, okay, that will make a colossal X and V appear on the moon overnight. So I feel like a lot of you guys have broken illusions or was dealing with some illusions, and the divine had to step in and help you see your way through. The numbers 55 is very significant. The numbers 2 and the numbers 3 are significant to this message. Women are significant to this message. PT, this could be part-time. This could be related to your job, your finances. Okay, but something was a trick. Something was an illusion. Something was an illusion when it came to this situation. Okay, and inside this situation, your ancestors had to help you see your way through. Your ancestors had to help you understand what you was going through, when you was going through it, and why. Ashe? So that's the beginning of the message. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for joining as always. Thank y'all for sharing and liking the videos so they can get out to who they need to get to. As well as thank y'all for subscribing as well. If this message resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe. Okay. So like I was channeling, this is our ancestors coming to help us, coming to our aid. Okay. Feminine energy is very significant to this message. May 23rd and May 24th, very significant to this message. 55 degrees, very significant. That could be a Freemason. Very significant to this message. 222, 333, and 23. Okay, something was an illusion. Something was not what it appeared to be. And so your ancestors had to come spiritually, astrally, to help you see your way through this illusion. Ashe. So we got some ruins here that I pulled. The first one is this one here. What's this? This is the guys. This is the breakthrough ruin. This is the ruin of transformation. So I feel like inside of this illusion, you had to transform some dark forces, whether this is internal or external. You had to transform something within the inside or the outside. Okay, and that was a sudden change. There was a sudden change, or it's going to be a sudden change. Okay, and it's because of your purpose. It's because of your destiny. You get this new beginning. This is a blank ruin. You get this new beginning because of your purpose, because of your destiny. Fishers of many men is very significant to this message as well, because this is the lineage that a lot of us came from. The Yahshua Jesus lineage. Okay, so let's tap into more into this energy. I feel like there was a lot of chaos and confusion around who you are or around your destiny, your purpose. And so your ancestors had to literally come to your aid. Yeah. The universe was giving you grace to get through these situations that you had to adapt to. This could have been codependency for some of you guys. Okay, but this just could have been a lack of having. So you felt like you had to be where you was, or you had to be around the people that you was around. Hi, love. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Patience in the reverse and bashfulness. So the person that your ancestors had to come help you with, this person was very impulsive, as well as very bashful when it came to their words, when it came to the things that they spoke to you. So maybe this was a family member, maybe this was a lover, or whatever it was for you. I feel like this was something you had to see through the veil on, honestly. This was something that maybe your ancestors dealt with as well, dealing with sorry men or sorry women, or yeah, maybe this was like a generational curse that you guys are in the midst of breaking. Some of you have broken. We got stagnation in the reverse. Okay, communication in the reverse and new opportunities. Okay, so whoever this person was that was being very bashful towards you and towards your journey, towards what you're working on, towards what you're doing in this time. I feel like spirit has revealed something to them that not only shuts their mouth but makes them look within themselves. Because not only have God shut their mouth, but God also stopped their finances. So now they know that you're protected. Now they know that you're devoted to being who you are. And all their tactics were unsuccessful because they were unsafe in the situation at hand. With peace coming out in the reverse, it's a lot of chaos and confusion going on inside of this person, inside of their minds, inside of their bodies and their spirits, because they don't have the confidence to approach you and reconcile with you. This person or these people, they were jealous of you. They didn't like the light that was in you. They didn't like how loving and kind and warm you were. They didn't like that, but they wanted to feed off of your energy though. These people need to heal, or maybe you healed. And that's why you can be happy. And that's why you can be your authentic self. That's why you can be you. Because you chose to heal and get away from these unloyal, uncreative people. Because these people, these situations were never going to go nowhere. They were never going to go nowhere. Okay? So some of these people didn't listen to their intuition. When you were in their life, you were an inspiration to them. And instead of them trying to learn from you, trying to understand why you do the things you do and move the way that you move, they judged you. Okay, with intelligence coming out in the reverse, I don't feel like these people had the right to judge you, because they had their own things they were dealing with. They had their own obstacles they were dealing with that they was trying to get over. So they really couldn't judge. Yeah, their own obstacle was within themselves, their own darkness. When it came to money, when it came to greed, yeah, they had to understand. These people had to understand that they don't have what you have. And so this is why they were doing what they were doing, because they don't have what you have. We got curiosity and guardianship. They know that you're protected. They know that you're protected, and they know that whatever curiosity they try to do or come up with or do behind closed doors is going to be seen. So a lot of you guys are getting new beginnings because you healed. And this mischief energy is the energy or the person that's been trying to block you, that's been trying to stop you from receiving what's yours. You can't help who you are. You cannot help that. And you can't help people. You cannot help people who are not. Okay? Whoever this message is for, you've been adapting to a lot of negative energy. You've been adapting to a lot of negative energy. These people have crossed your boundaries, and yet you still growed. That's the God in you. That's something nobody can take from you. That's your spirit. That's why. That's why you still grow. That's why you overcome. That's why you always defeat the odds. Spiritually right now, the Six of Birds. Okay. The Ten of Birds in the reverse. So somebody could be feeling like they're going through a spiritual battle right now. But you got the Ten of Birds coming out with this too, and this is letting me know that it's over. That battle is over. That battle is over. The Peacemaker in the reverse, Infinite Paths, and the Vessel. This is somebody trying to find their way. So, yeah, you're trying to find your way, and this is physically. It has nothing to do with your past life, but there is some kind of battle that you have been battling. And this battle, I believe, is against this narcissistic energy. But that you are protected by your ancestors, though. You are protected by spirit. You are protected by divine beings. Yeah, you've been up against a fight with people that don't have the light within them. That's the whole problem. You've been up against you've been in a fight with people that don't have the light of God in them. That's what it is. Infinite Paths in the reverse. They don't have the light of God in them. Like I said, you've been fighting darkness. Like I said. The Shore in the reverse. This is somebody who's emotionally unstable. And that's who the fight has been against. These emotionally unstable creatures that have no peace, that deals with chaos and confusion. Ace of Swords in the reverse, and people who are disconnected from spirit. People who are disconnected from spirit, they can't see through the veil. And that's God. I believe God cut these people off and their gifts because they were misusing them. Nine of Trees in the reverse, Life on Earth in the reverse, and the Five of Birds. Yeah. Somebody kept trying to steal something from you. That's the whole thing. And this is why your ancestors had to step in. Now, this could have been against a woman because the feminine energy is here. So this could have been a woman coming up against you physically, spiritually. Take it as it resonates. But Five of Birds here with the Nine of Trees and Life on Earth. They tried to steal something from you. It could have been 5 people. But this person or these people tried to steal something from you. And this is your light. And that's what they couldn't steal. That's what they couldn't take. That's why they so mad. 10 of Trees in the reverse. Landed on top of this deck over here. What is this, Spirit? Okay. Yeah. We got our foot on their necks. That's why they mad. Deceit in the reverse. No weapon formed against us has prospered. That's why they mad. 10 of Trees in the reverse. Their weapons not working. Their weapons are not prospering, and it's causing them an imbalance. What else, Spirit? Since you want to be up in here talking smack, you're very unprepared as well for what's coming to you. You're very unhealed as well. And you can't create. That's your wand. That's broke. Yeah. You already know this. So get out my energy. Thank you. Where was we at? Okay, let's get into some tarot on this situation. Let's put up the spiritual deck. Let's get into some tarot on this. Yeah, because our ancestors really had to come through on this note. There was somebody that was very reluctant. Um, very reluctant, and they just wanted to cause somebody a lot of drama, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. Confusion spells could be very significant, and they wonder why they dealing with what they dealing with now. There's no need to wonder. Literally. All right, Spirit, what else is going on with this message? It's no need to wonder. All right, we got the Ten of Cups. We got, okay, so this is God. This is God bringing in this new beginning, ushering you in to this new beginning. This is the higher up energy. This is source energy here. Okay, and this energy is helping you move forward out of whatever you feel stuck in. Okay. Ace of Wands in the reverse. Somebody wand is broke. They can't manifest. Six of Cups. Spirit says be happy. That's victory right there. All their wands are broken. These people that was coming up against you, in whatever way they were coming up against you, trying to create obstacles for you, they were happy doing this. They were happy. They were happy. But I bet you they're not happy with the judgment. They're not happy with what's happening to them. They're not happy that they can no longer create and use their gifts in the way that they was using them to create a stable life for them. I bet you they're not happy with that. No. Eight of Wands in the reverse. They're not happy that all the wands went back to them. They're not happy that everything they said went back to them. They're not happy that everything they communicated in that candle went back to them. They're not happy because of this karma. Seven of Cups in the reverse. This was not an illusion. Somebody knew this was going to happen. And this is why this person's not happy, because somebody's recovering from them. This is a person that tried to control somebody. Okay, this person tried to control. See, the ancestors is not playing. They not playing with y'all. They are rectifying and reconciling and bringing justice. Ashe. Anything else for this message, Spirit? And that's just what it is. Yeah, these people are spiritually... they are spiritually challenged because of this loss. Okay, this loss that they had hope in, that they could make you shameful, that they could make you look bad or make you feel bad or whatever this is. Okay, trying to block offers, your opportunities, because Two of Cups in the reverse, their own heart space, the things that they was dealing with in the spirit that some of these people didn't even know they was dealing with, and some of them did, to each his own. But it's all known. It's all known. Yeah. Four of Wands and the Knight of Swords. This is a community of people. This is a gang of people taking action that is bound because of this action. They're bound. And they didn't know this was going to happen. They didn't know that you was going to win against them. But your ancestors had to come step in. They had to step in and help you see through this illusion. So what was not known was through this battle that you was going through with these people, with this group of people, what wasn't known was that you was always going to win. Damn. You was always gonna win. It was never designed for you to lose. It was set up in a way that you would gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from that battle. That's it. Three of Cups. Spirit says rejoice. Rejoice. All right, because this impulsive person who is now spiritually stuck and without money can't be in their head because they know what they did, and that's why they've been uprooted, and this person have to deal with a burden. Two of Swords in the reverse, it was their choice. This is judgment. I think I'm going to change my title. This is judgment. Judgment for those who have come up against the collective. That's what it is. It's judgment for those who have come up against God's children. Yep. Temperance. God is balancing things out for us because people have always decided to make the wrong decision when it came to his children. When God put his child in a certain place at a certain time, it is always gonna be karma or judgment when you are messing with the divine children. When you are messing with those who have this authority, who walk with this authority, it's always going to be issues. When you have these ideas to come up against God's children, you're going to get defeated. You're going to lose. And you're going to be lost. And that's the balance. 9 of Wands in the reverse. That's the balance physically. This is a spiritual card. This is wow. Spirit balanced this thing out to the point where I feel like it was just a whole shitload that was allowed to happen to you. From the time you was a knee baby, from to the time you became grown. It was just a whole bunch of stuff that was allowed to be done to you. And I feel like that was for these people, these fake ass, phony ass family members that I'm picking up, the energy I'm picking up on. I feel like it was for these people that was creating these obstacles for you to see God, to see the real God, not the one they wait for to come on out the sky, the one that lives in us. God allowed these family members, these neighbors, these characters in the game to do exactly what they did so they can see the God in you, so they can see that God is real and the Holy Spirit is real and karma is real as well. Yeah. We got a queen coming out, Queen of Swords coming out in the reverse. Okay? Just remember, whatever you do to me goes back to you times 3. Queen of Swords in the reverse. This person is mad here because they were being foolish and now they got to deal with the imbalances in their life. But they was happy when they was sending this spell work. They was happy when they was sending this spell work to somebody with authority. Something they didn't have. Something they didn't have. And now their wand is broken, and that's their punishment. They can't manifest. They can't do whatever they used to do to make money, to make ends meet, to whatever. They can't do that shit no more. And now somebody want to come back pleading, forgive me. I didn't mean to. You didn't mean to what? Do spell work on me? Do black magic on me? What? What didn't you mean to do? Now they want you to forgive them. They want to get back in your energy. And it's only because they're spiritually stuck and they got to deal with this entity. They got to deal with this demon. They got to deal with that energy that they thought that they could get away with putting it on you. Exchanging your good vibes, your good energy, your good aura, and exchanging that for this devilish ass energy they was working with. These people been uprooted. They can't be in their head no more. Our ancestors done set this record straight. This is straight right here. This is balanced. They can't do they can't make the moves they want to make because God allowed these people to go financially broke. Yeah. God allowed these people to go broke spiritually and for it to manifest physically as them not being able to manifest. And God allowed this. And I feel like it's because once this breakthrough that you have been waiting on, that you are about to cross into, that you are about to walk into, now that you're at the door of this breakthrough and you can see the door open and you can see yourself walking through this door, can't nobody stop you. I feel like God allowed all of these enemies to gang up on you in one season. maybe 2. I feel like God allowed all of these people to be impulsive, to feel some type of way, just for them to see the Holy Spirit. Page of Wands, yeah, they bound. These people are spiritually bound, so rejoice because you've been released from this. Some of y'all don't know this, and then some of y'all do. All right? These people did what they did because of their heart space, because of what they dealing with spiritually, that jealousy, that envy, and that pride that'll have you doing something that you ain't got no business doing. Okay, 4 of Wands, 444 could be very, very significant. This was a lot of people. This was a group attack. This was gossip. This was something horrendous, something to make you feel shameful, something to make you look bad. And this is what your ancestors saved you from. Okay, if y'all resonated with this message, y'all like, share, subscribe, become a part of our Holy Trinity here. I will say, until then, I'll see y'all with another message. You guys can also email me for my personal services. My email is, let me see which one I'm using for y'all. All right, so my email is skyblueconsciousness211@gmail.com. If you would like to sow a seed of gratitude, here are all the ways you could do that. All right, I'm gonna leave it up there for a few seconds, and that's that. All right, I will see you guys with another message very, very soon. Peace and blessings.